Two powerhouse VPN tools, loved by techies for different reasons. But which one really delivers? On the left, Tailscale, zero-config mesh networking built right on top of WireGuard. And on the right, WireGuard itself, the blazingly fast open-source VPN protocol. Let's skip the jargon and see how each holds up in real-world use. We'll tally up points in every key category, so you'll know exactly who comes out ahead. And the better pick for you in 2025 might just surprise you. Here's how we're going to break it down, just to keep things crystal clear. First up, ease of use and setup. Then, performance and speed. We'll get into security and privacy, talk about scalability and device management, then control and customization. And finally, pricing and licensing. So yeah, lots to uncover. Let's jump in. So, first things first, ease of use and setup. Oh man, with Tailscale, it's almost laughably easy. You sign in and boom, your devices just find each other. There's no fiddling with ports, no scraping through config files. And with single sign-on, it's basically plug and play. I mean, it even figures out automatic device discovery for you. The only catch? You do have to trust Tailscale's coordination backend, so it's not fully self-hosted magic. Now, on the flip side, WireGuard is, well, it's the opposite. It's powerful, and advanced users will love that CLI life. But honestly, you gotta manually exchange keys, set up config files, worry about port forwarding. It's pretty hands-on. And scaling up, prepare for some headaches if your network's complex. So in this round, it's obvious. Tailscale is just way smoother for setup. Time to talk performance and speed. All right, so Tailscale is built right on top of WireGuard's protocol, which means at its base, it's got those speedy creds. Most of the time, peer-to-peer connections run great. But, here's the catch. If it can't connect directly, it falls back to something called derp relay. And when that happens, you might see speeds drop, like a lot. Sometimes down to maybe 35 megabits per second. Not ideal if you're moving big files. But with WireGuard, pure WireGuard, you're getting minimal overhead and kernel-level speeds. We're talking up to 8 gigabits per second or more. Seriously, if your networking setup is clean, this thing just flies. Of course, if your NAT or firewall isn't great, you might run into roadblocks. But at its best, it's just the king of raw speed. So for this category, WireGuard definitely takes the win. Next up, security and privacy. Get ready, because this one's a bit of a tie. Both use WireGuard's gold standard end-to-end encryption. Tailscale steps it up with fancy access controls, ACLs, audit logs, and identity-based management. Super nice if you want to see who did what, when, but you do have to trust their backend for coordination. With WireGuard, you get a minimal code base that's already been security audited, and you keep full control over your keys and endpoints. No built-in access logs, though, so you might miss some visibility. Basically, no weak links on encryption, but each has a different flavor of control. So yeah, I'd call this one even. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know Tailscale uses what's basically mesh networking magic, so your devices can find each other instantly, even if they're hiding behind firewalls? Signat, the works. Kind of wild, right? Talking scalability and device management. And here's where things get kind of fun. Tailscale, wow, it's just a breeze for big networks. Automatic device provisioning, NAT traversal. It even works across gnarly firewalls. Super useful if your team's spread across the world. It does rely on its relay for certain connections, sure, which means a bit of outside dependency. WireGuard, though, is technically limitless. You can build any custom network you want, but if you want to rotate keys or add devices, it's all manual, and that gets tedious really fast. Compared side by side, Tailscale pulls ahead by making network growth like actually fun. On to control and customization. You'd think Tailscale offers a lot. It's got ACLs, exit nodes, SSO, but you're not really poking around the internals. For that, WireGuard is the way to go. You get direct access to the protocol itself. Keys, IPs, routing, all in your hands. It's open source, totally auditable, but you don't get that slick out-of-the-box automation or identity features. You gotta build or bolt those on. So for full-on control and geeky custom setups, WireGuard totally wins. Finally, let's talk pricing and licensing. Tailscale gives you a free tier for personal use, which is sweet, but if you want to go pro or enterprise, expect to shell out for extra features. Not bad, but you do pay for the convenience. WireGuard, though, is open source all the way. No hidden costs, and nobody locking you into a service, which is honestly a breath of fresh air. If you want fancy GUIs or third-party support, you might pay for hosting or integrations, but the protocol itself, $0. So WireGuard comes out ahead here for pure freedom. Just to wrap up the numbers, here's a look at how both stack up on our 6 categories. Tailscale is clearly ahead for ease of use, scalability, and setup, but WireGuard flexes hard when it comes to speed, control, and the all-important open source goodness. So, honestly, here's my take. If you want VPN magic without headaches, especially for teams or regular folks, Tailscale just makes things ridiculously easy. But if you're the kind of person who loves tinkering, wants all the speed, and cares about open source transparency, WireGuard's the one. Pick based on your style. If you want to support our channel, feel free to use our affiliate link given in video description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next